Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about how do you know where you are in the ascension process, in awakening the journey that is going on within yourself, but knowing how you're progressing from one step to another. It's a good one, so get ready.
Hey guys, it's Pete and Roxy here today, and today we're going to be talking and doing a deep dive into what the term is called Ascension. It's basically another way of saying spiritual awakening, and it summarizes all the dimensions, that you would go through and the state of consciousness that you would travel through to get to the higher realms, the higher dimensions. So if you like our video today, please like it. We'll be very grateful for you and your likes and your subscriptions.
Guys, when you're working on yourself and you understand the process, you know that the first thing we do is we go within and realize the person that we have become throughout our life. And part of that release of that is the emotional baggage that comes along with life, with the human experience. Now, remember, the pain of life is the gift. The duality and the understanding that the pain you have gone through that has got you to the point that you are at right now is something which you decided ahead of time and something that has been necessary to help you to learn and to understand and for your soul to experience at a real level what it is like to be in this lower vibration. In other words, what it's like to be human. It is through our pain, it is through the lesson of duality that we learn to understand and appreciate how beautiful it is when we're happy, when we have joy, when things are going well for us in life. When you think about it, for thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, perhaps our soul, our spirit, before we came into this vessel, before we had this life, was floating around up there, and there's this idea that we were just at one with the divine, with the universe, with God, whatever term people choose to call it. But at a soul and a spirit level, at that higher level, we cruise around enjoying the wonders of that higher vibration. However, often these souls crave that feeling, the enjoyment of food, the beauty of a kiss, the feeling of a swim in the sea, the ocean, the feeling of water, as well as the feelings and the emotions of being human. So as you work through your challenges, remember that big higher purpose of what is all that about. But when you're in the trenches, right, when you're sitting there and you're having a bad day and you're feeling irritated and you're thinking, how much longer is this going to go on? So point number one for this video, realize that once you have worked through something and learnt the lesson, it will not come back again. So you can work through something quickly, or you can work through something over and over and over again and maybe still never get the lesson. And some people have often said, well, how do you know what the lesson is? And it's very simple to work out what the lesson is. The lesson is, do you appreciate the pain? Do you understand the pain? Do you have appreciation for the lesson? And do you go, oh, I'm so grateful that I felt that loss. I am so grateful that I felt an outcast, that I didn't like myself, that I felt disconnected from, like call it your self-confidence or your self-image, had low self-esteem. What a gift that was to realize that that's how I felt. That's what I was going through at that time. Ugh, it was horrible. Let the emotion go. Right, let go of all of that. Now on the other side, once you get that point and that lesson, you're going to find without even trying, so without even intellectually needing to work on it, you will feel more confident. You will have better self-expression. Your self-esteem will go up, not because of intellectual reasons, but because you have learnt the lesson, you have let go, in this example, the pain of that past experience, and you have learnt that lesson and you move on. And then the next lesson might come to you and it could be on a completely different emotion. Learn the lesson, look within. Yeah, I felt like this, it churned me up. I was sad, I was upset, I was angry, I felt betrayed, whatever. What was the lesson there? What is it that I had to learn? I need to learn to love that emotion, and it works. So it goes away and you move on to another one.
I really think the key to awakening and getting through all that emotional excess negative baggage within ourselves is learning the lesson, like Pete said. And the faster you learn how this thing works, the faster your ascension process. So for me, like I had a memory of a 19-year-old Roxanne, which I didn't really like. I used to drink and party, and I used to like think, that's a little bit ugly, the person that I used to be. But until I learnt to love that person, that 19-year-old beautiful girl who was just having an experience here on earth, because unless you've had the ugly, on the other side of that opposite emotion is love and beauty, right? So I had to see her as a beautiful girl to get over this whole freaking thing. So I go in and I cry and I, go, oh my God, I was yucky and all this stuff. But then I learn, the lesson is for me to learn to love her and who I was and honor her for that beautiful experience at that time in my life. So then it comes, another lesson comes, and it's just like instant. Lessons just coming and coming and coming and coming, right? So this is a huge part of the ascension. You've got to learn to love the pain of the past and actually feel in your guts and your heart that you do love it, because if you don't, the lesson will just reappear again, and you'll know if you connect deep into that feeling. And it's like childhood memories. You got to learn to love that inner child, that beautiful little Roxanne, that little girl that had freckles and dirt and food all over her face or whatever, and used to wee the bed. Like, learn to love that little inner child, love all the shadows of yourself, because until you do, you don't grow and experience duality. On the other side of ugly, it's beauty, and you see yourself as a beautiful being, right?
And it gets less and less. So, you seem to work on things, in my experience, in descending order. There is the most emotionally significant events that have happened in your life, and you work through those and you learn those, and I've shared those with you, some of mine in past videos. I've learnt those lessons. When the lessons come to me now, and look, I still get triggered and pissed off, and things, I have bad days.
They're
right?
less and less.
Less
now.
and less. Yeah, but they come less often with less intensity, and the lessons get seen faster. First, acknowledge the emotion, don't resist it. Resistance and not offering acceptance, it's so saying, but I'm like this because of this or because of that. You go, that's back at level 1, baby. You're way down the track now. It ain't anyone else's thing. It's nothing to do with don't get angry out there. Now I go straight to, right, I'm frustrated. What am I frustrated about? What am I irritated about? Oh yeah, I'm getting that. Oh yeah, look, I see. Oh, look, because I'm attached to the outcome. Oh, that's why I'm always trying to force the outcome. Oh, why? Because that's when I was younger. I was worried that how would I ever end up normal, and attachments to outcome. Oh, that's why I'm like this, and etc. as an adult. So you're seeing the lessons faster. So ways to know that you're making progress is the emotional intensity of emotions that you work through may drop. Also, the lessons that you get from those triggerings that you might have, or the emotions that you experience, come faster. So that is a gift. When you learn the lesson faster, that's a great thing, right? Because you're getting the hang of this. Life is a little bit like a video game, and you are learning to use the controller, when to jump, when to shield, when to run, etc. And you're learning this. And so many people go through life and they're jumping and they're shielding and they're running and up and down, and they don't know how they're doing it, and they're out of control and they're overwhelmed, and their emotions go up and down and their experiences go in and out and around. And I really, truly hope you are blessed with an interesting life, that ups and downs, and a vanilla life. someone that just goes along with little ups and little downs. I mean, the person might think that that is so good, and perhaps it is a really nice way to be. And for some people, maybe that's their path.
It's perfect for
But
them.
what can happen is you can ignore the lessons a whole lot more, and you can ignore the signs. You can be easily distracted. You can miss the lessons that help you to progress. So you experience the same things over and over. It can take you far longer to progress and to ascend. So if you've had a life of ups and downs and some emotionally intense stuff, it is actually a blessing, because it's through the pain that we have the biggest opportunity to grow, right?
Yeah, and you see the beauty on the other side of the lesson. Like if you haven't had such a significant event happen where it was so traumatic, to grow through that and come through that pain, what do you see on the other side? What's the opposite of that? Extreme opposite is beauty, love, compassion, filled heart, joy, happiness, all these beautiful feelings. So as we ascend and as we awaken, our vase of dirty water is getting clearer and clearer. It's getting crystalline, it's getting clear. Our bodies are becoming lighter bodies. And you know, we're gravitating up the dimensions. Now, we've spoken about dimensional spaces in the past. You know, reality here, generally, most people are in a 3-dimensional space, and we do refer to these dimensions as 3D, 4D, 5D. So when we slip into that language, just know that we're meaning dimension. So as we go up, there's 12 dimensions. And we are in a 3-dimensional physical form, dense space here. And as you ascend and as you clear out that vase of dirty water and it's becoming crystalline, you're moving into a space of a 4th-dimensional character or person. And you know, you're becoming the observer. You're slow to answer or react. You're working in flow. You have way more compassion for everyone and yourself. You choose yourself first and love your heart, and then be of service to others. It's such a beautiful dimensional space that we've learnt in this 4th-dimensional space. Do you have anything else to add to that?
I think that's where your power to manifest your outcomes comes from as well. So when we apply it back to, well, how does this help my life? The intentions that you set, the goals that you have, the outcomes that you wish to be experiencing in your life, as you clear out your emotional injury, your ability to be able to link the emotion that you now have freed up, okay? Because you use up energy space holding on to trapped negative energy and trapped emotion. When you free that space up, and you might have a couple of days, a massive release, and free up massive amounts of energy that are at your disposal. When you then transfer them to your ideal outcome with your work or with a family situation or with a health goal that you're working on, the ability for you to use the power of your intention to link emotion to the outcome turns us all into manifestors. We do create and produce the universe that we wish through the use of our mind and our emotion and our intention. So as you learn to get better within yourself, the power of the 4D level that you're speaking about really starts to flex in your life. So you're more in the present moment, and man, it's good. This is not walking around, I'm serious here, I'm on an emotional journey. Man, it's laughter, it's fun, it's joking around,
it's excitement, you're silly, it's so much fun. You're kind of like a 5-year-old kid again, but in a mature body. Everything's so beautiful, you know, and you just get more and more and more. Like our heart centers, both of our heart centers have been opening over the last couple of months, and it's been like an experience like that we never thought we could ever have or feel. And it's been so nice to learn and explore that part of us that's never been open. That door to the heart has never been opened for us before. I mean, we've had love and beauty, and you know, we've got 2 kids and we love them and all this, but there's a deeper love there for everyone to have. And I really don't think that people realize how much power us human humanoids actually truly have. And this is only the beginning of learning and education into this energetic field space and quantum fields. And as we go up in the ascension, we're going to realize how many gifts and how powerful our beings truly are through discovery.
Yeah, I think, if we were to put the bow on the top of this video, we would say, guys, if you're quickly sitting there and you're thinking, well, I wonder where I'm at and how I'm going, think about the intensity of your emotional release, if you're having them, or the emotions that are coming up. If they're becoming less and less, that is great, excellent. Search for the lessons. Ask yourself, what can I learn from that? Leave it and move on. If you're finding yourself more day to day having experiences of being more in the now, stronger connections with people. So in other words, when you talk to people, you less want to talk about people and you want to more talk about ideas and things that expand your mind. You're progressing. If you've got more compassion, if you find yourself wanting to connect with a stranger, have kindness, you're progressing.
Smile at randoms in the street and send your love and your, vibration across to them.
Yeah. If you're having synchronicities, if you're just getting that great car park, whatever you want, if you find yourself just, crossing paths with people that you haven't seen for ages and connecting and having great conversations, guys, it's signs that you're progressing. You're doing well, you're doing the work. And what we're noticing is the joy and the moments of pure happiness day to day are coming more and more, and we hope they are for you guys as well. So send us a note on where you think you're at the moment in your progress. Guys, if you're having any challenges, shoot us a note on that as well. We respond to your messages. In fact, we love them. We get together, and one of the things we love to do is read your comments, and we put thought and time into the replies that we give. So thank you to those that have sent them. And guys, thank you very much for your support with our channel and with our video. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed the content. Spread the word if you've got friends or relatives who are curious and interested in becoming more themselves and going down that path. And we will be right back with another video for you guys very soon.